Hi guys, good morning. 23rd of December 2019, Piotr here. This is the Light Forex Global YouTube channel. We are about to make an update about the some major instruments. So before we start, right, I would like to wish you happy holiday season. I would like to guys wish you Merry Christmas, and of course cosmic party, right, at the 31st of December. So hopefully the 2020 it's not gonna be worse than what we have here in 2019. All right, so let's jump straight into the charts. Let's start with euro dollar. If you remember, last time we were discussing about the possible short setup based on what is called over under, right? So based on this setup over here, right, and taking into the consideration the stop count over here. So I've been trading this euro dollar quite a few times. As you can see, I also have some remaining half, because if you remember, levels close to 111 or around 111, that was our first target. The next target is eventually stop count below 110.50, and this possible over under towards 110. That's the next one, and eventually more stop counts towards and below 109. That's how I see the euro dollar, and as long as we are below, let me show you what I'm talking about, and let me clean that. As long as we are below levels 115, a little bit higher than 115, then the sellers medium long term are good to go, right? That's how I see the things from the higher time frame perspective. So as long as we are below these levels, in my opinion, medium long term, the direction is to the downside. Of course, it looks a little bit different from the intraday perspective. So let's have a look where we are and what we have from the intraday perspective. I'm still, in my case, it's still I prefer selling rallies, right? But if you are a bull and you do believe the market may want to go a little bit higher, so then you are watching the low over here, right? In that case, we are talking about the we are talking about the 6th of December. So that was the post that low. There was a Santa rally on the euro dollar, and we are talking about the 1039, right? Something around 1030. So in case you are going to see move towards this level like this, right, stop count, because we have some liquidity pool for sure here, and then you see immediately market is trying to hold, going back and trying to hold above, right? That might be eventually your setup to try to go long. Overall, in my opinion, for now, selling rallies, the rallies, for example, towards 1120, that's what I'm talking about. So in that case, we're talking about the retest of that broken Thursday low. All right, so that's the thing in case of the selling rallies, right? So both buyers and sellers short term, you know what to look for. Next one, cable. So If you remember my analysis, I've mentioned that okay, Boris Johnson as a winner is taking everything. The winner takes it all. But also I've mentioned it's not gonna be that easy. I pointed out a few dates, important dates. If you haven't seen that video, I strongly encourage you to visit archive section and to watch the pound analysis post UK election. Anyway, what is going on here? The bears are trying to take over. Still, we have to be aware of that. Still, there is a chance that from here, taking into the consideration, right, that this previous supply, right, worked once, twice, 3 times, right, and then been broken, right? So what we have to remember, of course, it's very, very important level is being tested right now. Okay, so I'm not gonna be surprised to see some kind of the rally of that level. All right. So what could be the rally, and eventually what to look for, right? So in my opinion, we might see a little bit of the rally towards 31.70. All right. So this latest pullback and then rally of that level. So once we broke through, we never tested this 31.70, 32.20 post the breakdown again. All right. So this type of the rally to retest this level quite possible. It's also possible that we are going to make 2 consecutive daily close below, and that's gonna be very negative from the buyer's perspective, right? So right here, right now on the cable, it might be worth to watch in case of the possible bounce. So if you are a cable bull, then that's your level to watch. I'm not saying blindly buying here, because we might see, you know, spike down with the recovery towards the end of the day. Don't forget this consolidation, and don't forget levels close to 28.50, which previously we were talking about. As you can see right now, trying to spike to the downside. So if you are a bull, you don't want to see 2 consecutive daily close below 130. All right. So the fight either here or lower towards 28.50. If you are a seller, well, you don't want to see the 2 consecutive daily close below current level right here, right now. Why? Because you don't want to see the close below. Why? Because you want to see rally of that level, and you want to sell the rallies, right? So that's what we discussed. 31.70, 32.20. That's the levels eventually to look for. In case of the double day close below current level, watch out for 28.50. So if we are going to close below 2 consecutive days, right, then we might see move lower towards 28.50. all right. So it might looks like straight from here 28.50, bounce, retest 130, maybe levels a little bit above 130, maybe this lower shadow around 30.80, and continuation to the downside. And in that case, 125 looks like might be targeted. All right. So the levels, this break we've seen here, right? So quite huge level, higher volatility, less liquidity. So I would be very, very careful right here, right now on the cable. And finally, Oil, I've been talking that I'm looking to sell. I sold oil lately on Friday. I took partial profit. What I'm looking for on the oil, I'm looking for the levels, at least as the first target, levels close to 59, 58, 50. From here, I'm sitting short, as I mentioned, partially. I took the profit. I'm not gonna be surprised if we are going to see retest of my levels, right? So I might renew my short. I'm looking for the move towards 59, 58, 50 as the first phase of the lower levels. If you remember, I've mentioned that medium long term from the higher time frame perspective, I'm targeting very low levels. But that's something for sure we are going to discuss in 2020. At least I'm targeting the levels below 40 here, right? And then even lower towards 37, and then maybe even 32, right? So that's what we are going to have a possibility to discuss into 2020. For now, for here, looking to sell euro on rallies, watching cable very carefully because of the level where we are, and holding also as same as euro dollar, holding short oil, mostly based on again very similar to what we discussed with euro dollar. All right, that's it, guys. Don't be trapped, be careful. Lower liquidity, higher volatility possible. Have a great day, and again, all the best during the holiday season. Take care, guys. Goodbye.